have been worse.
Really?
Just a quick trip up the blowhole.
Manatees don't have blowholes.
What? Then... Oh, yeah. Yuck.
Hey, about down there.
I was a bit of a monkey's ass.
No, well, yes, but I was going to say that your style's not so bad.
Nothing if not stylish.
Anyway, I work alone. But you and I made a decent team.
Hey, lovebirds, quit flapping your gums and get up here. My treasure sits mere fathoms away. And my ship, the howler monkey. I thought I'd never see you again. I've dropped anchor down to the mating grounds and the cavern of La Esponja Grande. Now, if only my lawyer crew was worth a piece of eight. Star crew member even had the temerity to expire.
What's the problem?
Santino was not only a world-class swordsman, bullfighter, and pastry chef. He was also, most importantly, an unrivaled skin diver. There is no other man who can survive the swim down to the mating grounds.
Guybrush can hold his breath for 10 minutes.
Is that so?
Yep, and I have freakish toe strength.
Well then, what are you waiting for, bucko? The sponge, and make it a snappy!
Well, that stuff in my pockets really weighs me down. Let's see here. 6,000 doubloons, the Jewel Crown of Queen Archipelago. Oh, and a golden wrenchy thing. Score! Finally, the home of La Esponja Grande. Uh-oh. Horrible. Teeth. Gnashing. Ferocious. Leviathan.
I neglected to mention the guardian of La Esponja.
What was it? A giant squid? They've been known to hunt and swallow entire corsairs.
No.
Megalodon? Devil whale?
Worse.
What then?
Female. Giant. Manatee.
The monster must be tamed, cheap whistle.
With what? A rolled up newspaper?
Taming the female is no easy task. Their fickle minds are the greatest of all riddles. Complex, confounding, beautiful.
Are we still talking about manatees?
I equipped my crew to be able to communicate with the creatures. Alas, Santino was the only one who had learned to understand their song.
Sort of put all your eggs in one basket, huh?
Oh, what an explorer he would have made.
You don't have some cockamamie plan for taking care of the Leviathan?
Nothing. I originally spent 3 months fabricating a giant manatee suitor to be piloted by a crew of 15 men, all well learned in the ways of bestial romance. But sadly, they were lost during a trial run, mashed like peas.
Yeesh. Santino wasn't raised by giant manatees, was he? How could he understand them?
Learned it on Flotsam Island, I believe, from a scientist.
The Marquis? Huh.
Even if we could get the winds to work in our favor, I'm not leaving this anchorage. I've come too far to risk losing the location of my super absorbent prize.
Santino wasn't raised by giant manatees, was he? How could he understand them?
Learned it on Flotsam Island, I believe, from a scientist.
The Marquis? Huh.
Even if we could get the winds to work in our favor, I'm not leaving this anchorage. I've come too far to risk losing the location of my super-absorbent prize.
Sure, Santino could understand manatee, but how did he make those strange noises to communicate with them?
With the tongue of the manatee, of course.
What's the deal with you and manatee parts?
It's a device that I plan to market to tourists such as yourself after this adventure was complete. It allows you to produce their sounds.
Oh, so I don't have to put my mouth on anything gross?
I asked one of my crewmen to watch after it long ago.
Let me guess. Santino.
Certainly not. His skills were not to be wasted on such a simple mission. It would have been one of the others, though I'll be slivered if I can remember which one.
So one of the mutineers should know where the tongue of the manatee is?
I imagine so.
Okay, got it.
Learn to communicate with the manatee, and La Esponja Grande will finally be within our grasp.
Hey, Morgan. I know you're a cutthroat pirate hunter, but do you have any female insight into this manatee problem?
You mean the monster?
The same. This thing is colossal. Teeth the size of a ship's mast. Been killing any male manatee that gets within a flipper's length.
You know, she might seem cold and brutal, but she's probably just, I don't know, lonely. You know?
Shouldn't she just stop murdering anything that gets near her cave then?
What did you do when she showed her teeth?
Hello? I ran away.
Right. You know what I think?
What's that?
She needs another manatee to stand its ground and not be so afraid of her. She kills them because that's all she knows how to do. And if someone could overcome that fear of death and stand in front of her long enough to teach her something different, I think she might just let them.
And then we could get the sponge?
Yes, and then we could get the sponge.
And then we can cure Elaine. Perfect. Talk a male manatee into standing its ground. Thanks, Mo. You're the best.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Mo. Can I borrow your sword for a minute?
Just for a minute.
Thanks. Ooh, look at that fish flop. Come here, you. May I have a look at your files?
As a trusted member of my crew, there's nothing I wouldn't share with you.
Really?
Go right ahead.
I need information.
I'll never break.
Arr!
Stop! Ah! Please, no, Sister Agnes. Noogie's sorry.
Who had the tongue of the manatee, or you get the face again?
I don't know. It wasn't me. I can't remember, though. You've gotta believe me.
I do. But does Sister Agnes?
Please!
He doesn't know.
Oh, all right. My face cramps up when I do it anyway. I'm sorry it had to come to this. The tongue of the manatee location, or someone here will never need a milliner again.
A milliner?
Hat maker. A hatter. I'm cutting off somebody's head.
You don't have the stones.
Don't I?
You don't scare me with your sharp, shiny stick, puny mortal. I am Santino, the incontrovertible demonic skull, and I shall reap wood!
Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, man!
What? What happened? We can't see!
He did it! He's crazier than a sack of eels, man!
What did he do?
Santino's dead! Don't hurt anyone else. I'll talk.
Go.
I didn't have it. That's all I can remember.
Forgive me for not trusting your bile-encrusted memory.
I didn't have it, bro.
He's telling the truth. Or at least he thinks he is.
All right. Who's next? I need information.
You'll never make me talk. I draw my strength from the Brotherhood.
Who had the tongue of the manatee, scumbag?
It was Moose! Moose had it!
Wow, that was easy. Is this true?
I said I can't remember, brah.
It's Jimbo! His ichor funnel! That's the tongue of the manatee!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I left it back in the big guy's stomach. How could I forget?
No wonder. Kava's locket, voodoo trinket, or foil-wrapped candy with a nougat center.
Look all you want, but don't take it.
Now the arrow points the opposite way. This should be interesting, or fraught with peril. Whoa! This voodoo throne is plush, comfortable, ergonomic. No wonder she never stands up when I arrive. Now, upsy daisy. She can't get up, but I need to talk to the Marquis de Singe. It has the picture of a fractured scientist on it. It's a picture of an incredibly handsome adventurer on his way somewhere. It shows a woman conjuring a curse. Hex me now. I wonder what this does. Come on in. Enter my mystical lair of voodoo.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. I have traveled here to... Pardonnez-moi, I can't quite remember.
Taking a break from playing around with my... with the hand of Threepwood,
Quoi? How do you know this? Are you feeling alright? You seem, how you say, bizarre.
Actually, I may have really swallowed some bile earlier.
That is nice. I will be going now.
Wait, while you're here, I want to ask you something. I understand that you speak the language of giant manatees, and I'm not referring to your silly accent.
How do you know of this? Yes, I have a book that can teach one the language of these majestic creatures.
May I have this book?
I feel no need to give it to you. You will just tarnish it with your mumbo-jumbo voodoo nonsense. You have no respect for the sciences.
Marquis, bring me the book of the manatee language or I'll give you an education on voodoo from the business end of a curse.
You make me laugh. This is the sound of my laughter. There will be no curse, because I am not believing in it. With that, I must go. is the worst wedgie I have ever known. Heavens to hippos, I can practically taste my underpants. No, it is impossible. She could not have done this to me. Perhaps I will bring her this silly textbook, just in case.
Whoever could it be? It's open!
I have brought you the language textbook you have requested. My motivations for this act are meaningless. Take it.
Oh, for me? Thanks, Mark. Put it there on the table. Now scram. Learn the enchanting language of the giant sea cow in 12 easy steps. Wow. Who knew manatees had such an impressive vocabulary? Whoa. That was like massive instantaneous liposuction. Not that I've ever done that sort of thing.
Hungry, fella?
All of that ingestion and digestion has tossed the tongue of the manatee into the bile pool. That's a long way down. Got it! The Tongue of the Manatee, Travel Edition. Just a dab will do ya. Whoops.
That was, actually, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I think this is the manatee we rode in on. It looks okay, considering. It's the travel edition. I'm gonna have to make do with the phrases that come preloaded. Here goes nothing. Best start with courtesy. There it is, the legendary Esponja Grande. I've crossed seas, survived an island siege, thwarted countless enemies, 7 give or take, traveled the entrails of a manatee, and courted marine life, all for this one moment. Huh. I thought it would be bigger. It works! I feel better already. Time to take La Esponja Pequeño to Elaine.
Oh, I got it! We finally got it! We really hoodwinked old Coronado, eh? Now, I've just got to get back to her and...
Knew it!
Huh? No, Dakava, it's not like that.
You are a backstabbing sponge and woman stealer! This is the end of the line!
Really, hear me out. Look, I thought you swore you'd never serve another tyrant.
In light of recent events, I've had a philosophical breakthrough.
But what about Moose and Noogie? Where's...
Gentlemen, this is why you always have a plan B.
So what's plan B?
Very funny. Ow! Ooh, this must be petrified wood. For being homemade by a lunatic, these cages are surprisingly sturdy. Your sword!
Thanks! It felt like I was missing a part of me. No offense.
If I could just reach that rope. Morgan! Can you reach the rope holding my cage?
No, but I bet the blade of Dragoda can.
Whoa! Come back with my sponge!
You'll never have the sponge, or my lady's love! Moose, bring me my prize!
Sure thing, boss. I think Santino picked it up.
What?
Oh, right.
Hey, they forgot the sponge.
Pact him isn't, and bring her about! Yes, sir. Then empty the cannons on him, me hearties!
Hey, Morgan, they forgot the sponge. Ah!
They're coming back! Do something, Guybrush!
First things first. There's no mast like a rubber tree mast.
Quickly, bring up another cannon from the hold!
Sorry, little buddy.
He's resorted to hurling detritus, sir.
Hope you're still hungry, fella. Now that I think about it, keeping that seahorse head in my pants the entire time I was underwater probably wasn't the safest course of action.
Well played, Threepwood.
And I didn't even have to run anyone through.
Yeah, you let a manatee do your dirty work for you. Hey, look at that.
Are they holding hands?
Flippers, but yeah.
Where do you think they're headed?
I don't know. Wherever nature tells them to, I imagine.
That's nice.
Yes, it is.
Dan Connors? You have a worse haircut than I do. Eric Parsons, all dressed up and no place to go. Grossman, that guy again? Animation? I need no animation. I live! How many numbskulls does it take to make one of these anyway? Ah, Joe Pinney, the man who taught me everything I know. Everything I know about evil. The testers, sitting in a dark room with lava lamps and they think it's heaven. Sound? I don't want to hear it. Damien, are you really a lumberjack or do you just like the plaid shirts? Marketing? I sell myself. Jake, go talk to somebody who cares. Will it never end? Oh, the playtesters. All that pizza and no idea what kind of meat it was. Whoa, that's a filthy lie! This is my own voice! Kevin Bruner, he's been around forever. Go away, old man. Randy Tudor, I will end you! Oh, like all these people had something to do with it. Boring! Praise the burning face of hell! At last, I alone rule the interface. I have taken control, and none shall... Feeling right as rain now, Captain. As refreshed as my days as a cabana boy in Borneo. Captain? Oh dear.